And I'm actually stood where the old joke shop used to be for many, many years, and you can see it's now all been tarmacked over. And welcome back to a brand new video. So it's the 13th of September today, and it's the firework night, which sort of commences around 8:30 tonight. So I'd imagine this is the setup, what's being prepared for tonight's show. And you can see like that tubes, looks like tubes. I'd imagine all the fireworks are probably gonna be in. So come and join me on this one. Have a bit of a look around what the build-up is like in Blackpool. And we just got to the North Pier, and you can see there's a huge delivery there with all the bread. I'd imagine so many people are going to be popping over to the North Pier, grabbing the hot dogs and the burgers. You can see it's a full load there. So it's around 10 a.m. in Blackpool this morning. So there's going to be plenty of people later on descend into Blackpool for the firework display, and you can see they're all being set up. So normally they're being set up between Central and North Pier, and you get a lot of people just grabbing their spaces. They come with the seats and the all sorts of things, their picnics, and it will be commencing around 8:30. So build up is around 8 o'clock this evening. And straight ahead is the comedy carpet, and this one later on is going to be absolutely heaving for the fireworks, the first of the fireworks. And then, you know, just a few weeks around the corner, we got the wonderful Blackpool festival, which is fantastic. And luckily we got some of the windbreakers still in place. Hopefully they'll learn from last year, because they didn't have the windbreakers, and it was a bit of a bad time for the great displays. But again, we'll bring you all the latest on those, and we're possibly going live later on, so keep an eye out for the fireworks. But you see at the moment it's quite quiet on the comedy carpet, just people taking the pictures, the snapshots, and it's always a great one in Blackpool for, like I said, all the different events. So there's the Dragon of the North, and just see the signs, no climbing. So I'd imagine people might have been climbing on this one. It is a bit temporary. Yeah, the Dragon of the North, just near the comedy carpet. So just moving a little forward to the spindle. Looks like they've got the donkeys back once again, and this one, the top, I believe, twists around. And that's a great one. The little donkeys, and they all light up of an evening. Let's have a bit of a closer look at those. They're a great one. And it looks like this one is now opened up. So of an evening you can walk through here. It's fantastic for taking your pictures, and you can walk all through, and all these either side, the light up and sort of transform this walkway. Absolutely stunning to see, all different colours and themes. It's a really great one. And like I said, this one now is open up, so how many people are going to be walking through here later on, and you can just see the lollipops just in the distance. So what we're going to do, we're going to head over to where the Demolition is starting on Charles Street, and we'll give you a bit of an update. So it's been a couple of days since we visited there. I don't think there's nothing happening, else would have been down, but nevertheless we're going to have a pop over there and just see what's going on and the latest with the Demolition on that area. And just talking about donkeys, you can see they're back on the beach in Blackpool just before we get to Central Pier. And in one of the bit of the videos we did, there was a lady and she said you can't film the donkeys, but you can see even the people there taking the pictures and the snapshots, and I'm sure they're not jumping on them, but they're back out once again. And you know, like I said, I must confess, you know, they do get very well looked after and very well treated, and they always have their deserved rest. But you can see the beach at the moment is quite quiet despite the sun coming out. And just a bit of a look in where the courts and the police station once stood. You see all the machines. Nothing is going on today. Like I said, it is the weekend. And what a project this was. Started very early January, and it's now coming to a head. Just basically clearing all the hardcore, the rubble away. This one had a bit of work doing to it, and there was it was under sort of like not construction, but under the old scaffolding and repair work for about 6 weeks. Now you see that's polished up, quite nice, just at the back of the Edward pub on Central Drive, and like I said, that's polished up, quite nice. It's just next to the old Family Fun Entertainment Centre. Like I said, this is just on Central Drive. These. So as we continue down Central Drive, you can see it's all still fenced off with the roof and that building just on the right hand side. So nothing has started at present on that one, but you can see all still fenced off just near the old Harlequins. And just to the right you can see all the board is still up with those flats. And I'm actually stood where the old joke shop used to be for many years, and you can see it's now all been tarmacked over. And this is, like I said, where the old joke shop, and there used to be a little cafe probably around about here. The cafe used to be, and again that one went with this, and this is just at the back of the flats. And there was many sort of questions asked, you know, they're going to take the whole lot down or aren't they? So I'd imagine, you know, these will be done up. There was a complete rip out that was taking all the piping out, everything was ripped out in these ones. So it'd be interesting, you know, to see exactly what happens with these, and make amazing apartments, I guess. I mean, the whole of Central Drive is all, I mean, I saw the like an artist's impression of Central Drive, and it was absolutely fantastic. So I'd imagine these will eventually become, you know, luxury apartments. Fingers crossed. So as we head towards Charles Street and leave Central Drive for another day, you see that's always a great one, the castle. And when there's huge football matches on, everybody gets themselves in a great atmosphere. Fantastic little place, and that's just near Van Street. That's the Castle pub. So yeah, we're gonna head over, like I said, towards Charles Street. We're gonna give you a bit of an update on exactly what's going on with the demolition on that one. So we're just on Charles Street. We're gonna have a bit of a walk over here. It looks like there's no machinery going today, and I think what they've been doing in the last few days since our last video, they've been going in and out of each house, ripping everything out. So imagine, you know, when those compulsory purchases, probably sort of the doors flung tight shut, and that was the end of that. And like I said, what they're doing is that they're piling everything into these skips, ripping everything from out of the house. So I'm not too sure exactly when the demolition is planned. We're going to have a bit of a look, see if there's anything changed. So this is just from the bottom of Chapel Street. We'll have a quick look and see that the old Portaloo toilet there for the guys when they start. But like I think it's just a bit of a rip out at present. So this is just looking, like I said, from the bottom, and like to know houses have been touched at the moment. I've been keeping a sharp eye on this one throughout the days, but I'm not going to bring you a video if there's nothing really going on until the start of the destruction, or the demolition, shall I say. So as I mentioned, looks like they've just been going in and out of the houses and ripping what needs to be ripped out, I guess. This one is Milbourne Street, which runs parallel to Charles Street, and it's only, even though they've all been blocked off, it only seems to be fenced. halfway down the street, which is quite strange, unless they're just concentrating on the top end first. So we'll have a bit of a walk up, and I've noticed on the fences, you can see which is coming up. They've put like red lights. It's not a red light district. Well, I'll leave that to everyone's opinion. Yeah, we won't go into that one. But yeah, there's red lights. So I'd imagine, will they go on when the demolition starts? Or, you know, do they go on at night time? That's an interesting one. I don't think, yeah, they look like lights unless they're reflectors, but no, I think they're actual lights. You can see they're all along the white fences. So I'd imagine they'll probably go on. Let me know in the comments. I'm just assuming now. Will they go on at night time or when the work is being commenced? Let me know. Let's just walk up, and you can see all along here now. Like I said, we've got these red lights, and we'll just peer down Charles Street from this end, just see if we can see anything. And they've got the old green thing on, which makes it a little harder to get a good view. But let's wander over. This is just a view from the other side. You see they've also got like a secondary fence there. Not too sure why they've got that for. I'm sure no one's going to try to jump over this gate. But this is what's going on at present. Not a lot, like I said, everything's just been ripped out of the houses. And like I said, we won't sort of, you know, keep on this area. But as soon as anything happens, demolition does start, we'll keep you completely up to date. And the last video, so many people had so many special memories. People mentioned that they had, you know, guest houses, B&Bs, lived down here, stayed down here. Again, let me know, you know, if you got those special memories of any of these streets. Well, sadly come down. These houses were built around 1900 to 1920. So, you know, these, what you're looking at right now, what will be demolished in the months to come, you know, they've seen the First and Second World War out. How amazing is that? And just a bit of a shot, just looking down at Grosvenor Street. Again, all these will be going. I'm going to take you down to Deansgate and see where this ambulance is going. First of all, let's turn down Dixon Road. So this is the Washington. You see plenty of work is being carried out on that. So Deansgate. So there used to be a wonderful little sewing shop just on the corner, and it lay derelict for many a year, sadly. And the building was getting you know, in really bad state. But you can see something is happening with that one now. And who remembers the old sewing shop on Deansgate? And you see the property specialists have come in, and there we go. So it looks like it's all going to be renovated. Like I say, the old sewing shop on Deansgate. And it's a wonderful little building, this one, you know, full of charm and character. But you can see looks like something's going on with that one, which is fantastic. And like I said, if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget, give it a good thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. We'll keep up to date with all the latest and the events, what's going on, as well as the demolition. So, like I said, we won't keep on with the demolition until something actually happens. And as soon as there is any update, we'll let you know. And also, we're going to have a bit of a go down Henry Street near the Blackpool Football Club, because that's a lot of them houses down that way have been compulsory purchased also. So like I said, we'll keep you up to date with all the latest. So until next time, look after yourselves, take care, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. Until next time, bye bye.